The case of nouns. Now, the case is the situation, the way the noun is used in the sentence grammatically, and we're looking at it here using the Latin cases. It's not that important to know the names of the cases in Hebrew. We're just using them to classify at this point. Case is not made by any change in the noun itself, but is expressed by certain words before the noun or letters that are prefixed to it, that are stuck to the front of it. And there are 5 cases: the nominative, genitive, dative, accusative and ablative, and we need to understand what these cases are doing more than understand the Latin names. The nominative has no sign. It's the thing itself as it is. It's the word we look up in the dictionary. That's the word in its raw state, when it's the subject of the sentence, when it's the theme of the action, when it's doing the action. The genitive here is equivalent to the English possessive case, and is known in Hebrew by shel, of. So we can just call it the possessive, shel. The dative, the giving case, or movement towards, is known by el, meaning to, or le, meaning to, and it can also mean for, in the sense of purpose, le. Accusative is the objective after the verb, and we have this in English. We don't say I see he, we say I see him. We don't say he's going with I, we say he's going with me. So the objective case in English, some words do change. In Hebrew we have this word et, which is like a little hand pointing, and it's there pointing at the noun that's being acted on by the verb. So in English we say I see him. In Hebrew it would be I see et him. I see the book, I see et the book. I love the fish, I love et the fish, and so on. So what the et is doing is it's connecting the verb to the thing that the verb is relating to. The ablative is movement away from, so it's the exact opposite of the dative, and this is min or mi, from. And also we have another form of ablative, b, meaning in or with or by, b. Here's our example: melech, meaning a king, melech, not the king, but a king. Notice there's no word for a in Hebrew, just melech, a king. Shel melech, of a king's, of a king. In other words, kings, apostrophe s. Shel melech. Le melech, to a king, or le melech can also mean for a king. El melech, to a king. El melech, to a king. Then I love a king, I love et melech. I see a king, I see et melech. I kill a king, I kill et melech. Mim melech, I take the sword from a king. Mim melech, from a king. Or min melech. Notice here that this nun disappears and this mem is doubled because we're replacing the missing nun. So min melech becomes mim melech, from a king. Be melech, in a king or by a king. Be melech. Notice that when the nominative, that's this one up here, the thing itself, is used for calling or speaking to, it sometimes has the prefix as the article ha, and then we say it's the vocative, like hadador, O generation. When you're speaking or addressing or talking to the entire generation, you say hadador, O generation. So we don't translate this as the generation. And also, to confuse matters slightly, in the Bible and in other texts, the signs of cases are often just not there at all. So here we have some words to put into their cases. Ngebed is a servant. Ngebed, so ngebed by itself is a servant. Then we have shel ngebed, of a servant, shel ngebed. Then we have to a servant, langebed, langebed. Or for a servant, langebed. To a servant, el ngebed, el ngebed. I see a servant, I see et ngebed. I take the equipment from a servant, min ngebed, min ngebed, or min gebed, min gebed. A judge, shofet, shofet. So shel shofet, of a judge, shel shofet. To a judge, le shofet, le shofet. Or for a judge, le shofet. El shofet, to a judge. I see a judge, I see et shofet. And I take the wig from a judge, mish shofet, or min shofet. And in a judge, bishofet, by a judge, bishofet. Nabi is a prophet. So, of a prophet, shel nabi. Shel nabi. The prophecy of a prophet, the prophecy shel nabi. To a prophet, le nabi. For a prophet, le nabi. And again, to a prophet, el nabi. I kill a prophet, I kill et nabi. Many kings did that to prophets in ancient times. Et nabi, I kill et nabi. I see a prophet, I see et nabi. Prophecy from a prophet, prophecy min nabi, or min nabi, min nabi. Or in a prophet, be nabi, or by a prophet, be nabi, or min nabi, from a prophet. Notice the peculiarity that min nabi as two words, and when you affix the mi to the front of nabi, this letter is doubled. It actually sounds the same. It's min nabi, so it sounds identical to the other form. Right, here we have a little paragraph. Let's read it through first. Ha'ish ba langir. The man, he came to the city. Ha'ish ba langir. Halach mib beto. He went from his house. Halach mib beto. Shalach. He sent. Shalach. El ham makom. To the place. El ham makom. Ra'ah. He saw. Ra'ah. Et hangebed. Et hangebed. The servant. Ha-chershim. Ha-chershim. O you deaf ones. Shamangu. Listen. Shamangu. Shamang. He listened. Shamang. Et dibrei abiv. The words of his father. Et dibrei abiv. Hikkahu. He hit him. Hikkahu. Be'eben. With a stone. Be'eben. Now let's go over this. Ha'ish. So this is the subject of the sentence, and so it's nominative. Ha'ish. Ba. This is our verb. We're not talking about verbs yet. He came. But the subject here is implied in the verb. He came. Langir. To the city. Langir. And here it's motion towards, so it's the dative case. Halach. He went. Halach. And here it's movement away from. Mib beto. From his house. Ablative case. And mi beto, it's possessive. His house. Shalach. He sent. Shalach. So this is going to be giving. El ham-makom. To the place. So it's dative. The case of giving. Ra'a. He saw. Ra'a. And we've seen this already when a verb is acting on an object. So here the verb he saw. What did he see? Et hangebed. He saw the servant. So he saw, and there's an arrow pointing here. What did he see? The servant. So this et is functioning like a hand pointing at the servant. If you imagine this hand pointing at the servant, that's the function of this word et. We don't translate it into English. Ra'a et hangebed. He saw. So we can actually say this word et, whenever we see it, we can think it means a little speech bubble there. What did he see? Hangebed, he saw the Eved. So ra'a. What did he see? Hangebed is what he saw. Ha-chershim. Now this is the vocative, the calling out case. Ha-chershim. Deaf ones, you deaf ones. Shamangu. Listen. Shamang. He heard. Shamang. And of course the he is here implied. We can't see it. And so he is in the nominative, but it's not actually there. Shamang. He heard. What did he hear? Once again, little speech bubble. What did he hear? So we have an arrow pointing here. He heard this. Dibrei abiv. Dibrei abiv. The words of his father. Possessive. Hikkahu. He hit him. Notice that the accent is changed here because the word ends in hu. Hikkahu. He struck him. Be'eben. With a stone. And here the accent's here as well. Not at the end. Be'eben because of the two s. Be'eben. He struck him with a stone. And that's the end of this little episode.